Personal Story segment tonight. On Monday, Donald Trump spoke at an event in Herndon, Virginia. It was an address hosted by the Retired American Warriors PAC. After the address, a young Marine vet asked this question.
Will you support and fund a more holistic approach to solve the problems and issues of veteran suicide, PTSD, TBI, and other related military mental and behavioral health issues?
Yes, I would. When you talk about the mental health problems, when people come back from war and combat and they see things that maybe a lot of the folks in this room have seen many times over, and you're strong and you can handle it, but a lot of people can't handle it.
Now, for that answer, Mr. Trump was attacked.
Donald Trump's comments are not just ignorant, they're harmful because they give voice to the stigma that has led generations of veterans to hide their struggles instead of getting life-saving help.
Joining us now from San Diego, former Marine Sergeant Chad Robichaux, who is the president and founder of the Mighty Oaks Warrior Program. So, were you surprised that the question that you asked Mr. Trump has led to so much acrimony?
Yeah, it has been really surprising to see all the aftermath of it. You know, I was very privileged to get to ask what I believe to be such an important question for the future of the health care of our veterans.
When Trump answered you, and because we didn't use his whole answer, but it went on in detail, but basically says, yes, as the president, I would give a priority to helping vets in any issue at all, physical and mental. Were you satisfied with that answer?
Yeah, I was satisfied with the answer. I thought, you know, the question was related to alternative programs, you know, a more holistic approach. The military and VA programs aren't working. We're seeing 22 veteran suicides a day, PTSD, all these issues. And, you know, I run a program that's a faith-based program, and many other programs that are more holistic in nature are finding success. So I would ask the same question to Mr. Trump, Mrs. Clinton, anybody that's going to be a future leader
you want to know if
America.
they're going to be open-minded enough to look at the situation in totality and perhaps help you and other groups who are coming at it from a non-traditional point of view. So you were, I don't want to put words in your mouth, Sergeant. You're a Marine. You don't want to let me do that. So when Trump answered your question, you were satisfied with that answer?
Yes, I was. And you know, I hope that and it's my hope that and I've seen so many great generals in the room, General Boykin, General Flynn, so many great generals in the room that, you know, I really hope Mr. Trump would, if he becomes president, surrounds himself with those people.
Yeah, and does what he says he's going to do. But the controversy ignited when his opposition took the comment to be demeaning to those military people who are suffering mentally and emotionally from their service. They tried to turn it around and say to the American people, he demeaned. Did you take it that way, or any of your friends, any in your group, did anybody take it as a demeaning comment?
No, you know, I've been telling people to simply don't take my word for it. Don't take the media's word for it for sure. Go listen for yourself. And you guys played it, and there's more to it. People can listen for themselves and come to their own conclusions. But I believe that, you know, and I heard you guys say that I was angry at it. I think the truth is, it's a very sacred issue. Our warriors are, you know, they're represent America, and they've done some amazing things. 15 years in the war on terror. There's been 2.6 million veterans that served in the war on terror, and over half of them have physical, mental, and spiritual wounds, and we need to take care of them.
It's an enormous problem, and it has to be prioritized by the next administration, whether it's Clinton or Trump. But the exploitation of the issue, all right, is disturbing to me. I don't mind if vets watching tonight think Donald Trump wasn't articulate enough, but I didn't see him demeaning any vets at all in what he said. And you agree with me, right?
I do, and I think everyone should know this event that we attended. It wasn't a Trump rally. It wasn't
it wasn't a political event. Okay, so you and I both agree, and you asked the question, that there wasn't any diminishment of the veteran status. Yet it was used in a way to attack Trump in a manner that I didn't like. Getting the vets in the middle of this, you know? I understand the political attacks. I understand that that's what the game is, but I don't want the vets in the middle of it. That's what offended me about this whole thing.
Sure, like I said, I think it's a very sacred thing, and it's, again, the question was a very serious question. The future president needs to be able to address this very serious problem, and you know, I think whoever's going to be the president of the United States needs to be able to answer that question and surround themselves with right people and right policies to change the 22 suicides a day, to change this PTSD impact, and to give a pathway to more holistic programs.
Real quick, is the training for the Marines enough to prepare people for the horrors of the war on terror?
You know, the military has always said the pillars to resiliency are mind, body, and spirit. I really believe that the military has lost the definition of spirit and having a true spiritual resiliency. I'm very blessed. I get to go to the Marine Corps boot camp every quarter. Last weekend I was there, spoke to 2,500 recruits.
Well, you might advise, because I think that's part of it. The preparation has to be more intense mentally, because this war on terror is unlike anything that we've ever seen. Sergeant, thank you very much. We appreciate it.